When you want me to make a noise?
Go ahead.
Score. All right, now let me sit down and it should shut the fuck up. Sometimes it just goes off.
4, 3, 2,
What?
1.
All right, so welcome everybody to episode 5 of National Fish Studios podcast. And today we're going to be talking about the weekend review of the sports that have been happening. And we're going to start off with Tiger Talk from the Masters. This could possibly be the biggest comeback ever in sports history because...
Well, definitely in golf, but it's in sports history.
I think
for
it's
sure.
just the only
It's
one
up
in golf
there.
anyone's paid attention to.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
because
true.
Tiger had like the body issues, all the surgeries. You know, he's like fucking waitresses from like Waffle House.
He's had like 6 orgies at Chili's.
Oh yeah.
Minimum.
Would you not want to go eat at Chili's with Tiger?
Yeah, they make their
Oh
own.
my god.
They make their own
dude,
sauce.
It's amazing.
I bet they
wonderful.
do.
And I mean, seeing that day, just watching him do it and making that last putt, I mean, just brought back all like the emotions, everything from like 1997 when he won his first Masters, and now he is very close to tying, you know,
Jack Nicklaus.
yeah. And it's like now it's like, can he do it? Can he not do it? Is his body right, or is this like a one-time effort? And now it's just this is his like end point.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but-
highly probable that he could do it.
Yeah, he's been hot lately.
Yeah.
He's had like a couple top 5 finishes. I think isn't Pebble Beach coming up? That's like a course he always kills.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a chance.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, so that looks good for Tiger on this. So let's talk about the playoffs.
Real sports.
Yes, real sports. And,
Well, golf's not a real sport here.
I mean, as for me, like as of right now, watching the playoffs at the moment, I'm ready for round 2. We have like interesting.
There's a couple sub stories. There's a couple sub stories, like the Damian Lillard Russell Westbrook thing, where Russell Westbrook is shooting like 14% from 3.
Oh no, and he's talking all this shit to Dame. Like,
Yeah,
it
but I mean
just-
that's part of his game,
Yeah.
though. But I mean, this is like this whole like people are like, oh, Westbrook the triple double. I think Damian Lillard is showing you that he's a better player.
Oh
right
yes,
now.
he is.
Regardless of the the stats, I don't want to call it stat padding like everyone does because the whole triple double thing. But I mean, it's hard to get 10 rebounds. It's hard to get 10 assists, and it helps his team win. So people calling it stat padding, I just think is ridiculous. But I definitely would rather have Damian Lillard as my point guard.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
because
He's up 3-1.
Yeah.
So that series is pretty much over.
And like Kansas or not Kansas City, but Oklahoma City, like they made the big mistake of like talking so much trash after they won that one game.
When they were already down 2-0.
Yeah.
And they won one game
Talking,
on their home court. Yeah.
talking all that
They
shit.
didn't even win on the road.
And then Dame came back, and that whole Portland team came back. It's like, fuck y'all. We're here
Yep.
to play, and you can talk all the shit you guys want to, but you know we're here to play. I mean, another interesting game has been why in the fuck are the Clippers putting Beverly on Kevin Durant? Why not put Beverly on Curry?
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Curry had such a trash. Curry had 12 points last game, and he was like 4 of 13 from the field. So, I mean, and they still got beat because Durant and Clay went for 32 and 33. It's just basically, pick one. Someone's going for 30
Yeah,
tonight.
I know.
There's just too many weapons. Even with Cousins out, like against the Clippers, it's not even a fair series. They're not going to have a fair series until they come up against Houston. And we don't know how fair that's going to be because, I mean, let's be real. It's James Harden left, James Harden right,
Yep.
James Harden to the foul line for the 18th time. And, but that's still going to be an interesting series. D'Antoni, the way he has that team spread out and all the shooters. Like, Utah is absolutely getting...
Demolished.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
They're getting
it's
dog walked right
horrible.
now. James Harden went 3 of 20 and had the worst game of his playoff life. And he doesn't have... he has some playoff shits off.
Oh no, he missed
Often.
what?
That's what he does.
0-25, like last year was 0-25.
His team finished the game like
Yeah.
0 for 17 from 3. It was absurd. But, so Harden had an off game, and they still lost. So Utah's going down tonight, even though people think Utah has such a tough home court when it's really just a bunch of
The
white,
racist,
just
yeah.
a bunch of white Mormons calling the players the N-word. So, I mean, I was like, we got multiple wives. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right.
And they finally started kicking people out for that, all that stuff. But which is another another whole thing about fucking people being in the stands, cussing players out. I mean, that's a whole if I was a player and if somebody called me any type of name, I'm jumping. I'm going straight after them.
Yeah.
Because you can't. You
mean,
you have to have respect for the players that are on the court.
Yeah,
Yes, you can boo them,
but
you can talk shit.
You can't have a malice at the palace situation.
No, exactly.
But the thing is, you can't just attack people for saying things to you. If you do that outside, you go to jail. So you can't just. People can call you names. It sucks, but
definitely. That's
life.
you signed up for this. You're a public figure.
Right. But the court is, the crowd is way too close to the court. If I sat courtside at NBA games, I think LeBron sweat on me one time. It was gross. I was offended. I paid all that money for this. Yeah. I really didn't pay that much money for it, but it's the Hornets. Our tickets don't cost a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Hornets have a better season next year. But yeah.
With Kemba Walker leaving, not happening.
That's
not a chance in hell. Oh, it's free agency. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, it's gonna be the draft.
I know. It's the Warriors have made basketball so boring. We're supposed to talk about the playoffs, and I'm completely going off the rails right now. But we just literally sit there and wait for free agency now more than the finals. It's will you guys just win this series in 5 already, so we can see where's Kemba going, where's Kyrie going? If Durant and Kyrie go to the Knicks, I'm gonna riot.
Well, to your point, is it still Golden State's year? Are they still gonna win the finals?
You got to call them the favorite, obviously. Would they the 2 in a row, 3 out of the last 4? Yeah, 2 in a row, 3 out of the last 4. Cousins went down, but they won it without Cousins last year. They got Bogut back.
Yeah,
which is a big thing. Bogut's a better defender already. It's not like they need any more freaking points.
Oh no!
Between Durant, Curry, and Thompson, Draymond can't throw it in the ocean. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, they had best starting 5 when Cousins was healthy.
Yes. Now, who has a close starting 5 is the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes. They have the most talent, but they don't know what the fuck to do with it.
Well, Ben Simmons and Embiid playing at the same time is a little weird. You got a 6'10" point guard that can't shoot, and you got a center who's a better shooter than the point guard, but you want that center on the block because he's the most dominant post player in the game today. And it's not even close.
No,
Joel Embiid, what did he have? I believe he had 31 or 32 points. He had 16 rebounds. He had 7 assists and 6 blocks last game. And then the game before, he was out. So Ben Simmons just I'm just going to go for 31 and 9. No big deal.
Yeah.
And they won that game. That series is over too. Brooklyn never had a chance.
No.
Jared Dudley getting into a media war with Ben Simmons is pretty hilarious.
I was Jared Dudley, when would you go 10 years ago in the ACC?
Yeah, he was ACC Player of the Year at Boston College, but that's about it.
That was a highlight.
The last thing I remember from Jared Dudley is when he got drafted, and I was like, "Who's that guy?"
Yeah,
he's a good player. He's hung around for a long time, but he's done. Brooklyn's got some promising young pieces going forward. We'll see how they do.
But I'd say round 2 has very interesting matchups. We have Rockets, Golden State. If it falls that way,
it's already fell.
Yeah,
that's happening.
Celtics swept. And it's going to be
but a team that didn't have Victor Oladipo, they're 17 and 26 since he got hurt.
Yeah.
They were in the 3 seed, which is Boston had a very, very underwhelming regular season. Everyone was they're going to win the East, they're going to win the East. They came in at the 4th spot.
Yeah.
Real bad. But a lot of it was Gordon Hayward getting back healthy, which he looked good last night. He had 20 points. He had a lot of points. He led all scorers for them. He had a lot of points in the 4th quarter. He's a good guy, too. I played against Gordon Hayward in New Zealand in 2009 in the FIBA World Championships.
Oh.
And, he was a real cool guy.
Nice.
Yeah, so
nice.
I hope he does well.
But my last memory of Gordon Hayward was when he missed a shot in my Duke basketball college championship team.
The half-court heave?
Yes.
Yeah, no, those Butler teams.
Another thing that happened Saturday night, did anybody watch the boxing match?
I did not, but I went and looked at the clips. I mean, we knew
I saw the highlights,
yeah,
basically.
We knew Khan was going to get dogged before that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody fights any real fights in boxing anymore. That's why
No.
people are losing interest.
Actually, it really is a sickness that's building up in this damn sport because there are so many good fighters. I think in each and every single division you have 3 good fighters, and you know what they do? They don't fight each other.
Nope.
Right now in the heavyweight division, you got Tyson Fury, who got signed to ESPN, and now he's fighting some guy in Germany.
That ruined the Wilder rematch.
Yep. And then you had Anthony Joshua with the whole Jarrell Miller situation. He was going to fight Jarrell Miller.
What happened with that?
He failed the drug test.
Who did?
Jarrell Miller. He failed it.
For what? Cheeseburgers?
I mean, you would think, right?
Tainted meat from
I
overseas.
mean, what the hell was the guy? The guy once
kangaroo meat.
He once weighed in at like what 325 pounds or something like that. Once, yeah, he's a fucking monster.
Is he taking steroids or was it just recreational drugs?
Well, I think that what he got busted for was some sort of drug that's associated with steroids.
Oh, okay, he probably got
Yeah,
they have like Novodex or some kind of masking agent.
Exactly. So you know what they do?
I don't know anything about that stuff.
For the Anthony Joshua bout, they change it up and they add in Michael Hunter. Know who he is?
No.
No.
I didn't know who Gerald Miller was.
Yeah, exactly.
I went and watched his highlights, and it's like ballroom fights.
Literally, every single person who could possibly come up on the card
They're
was...
throwing no names in here?
Yeah,
well, Anthony Joshua's so big in the UK, they're going to spend money to see him no matter what.
Right.
And he's a great fighter. He beat he beat Klitschko straight up. Fury beat him first, a younger Klitschko, but still, I mean, he got knocked down. He knocked Klitschko out. Fury didn't do that.
Yeah, and of course he fought, Alexander Povetkin, and Alexander Povetkin went up against Vladimir Klitschko. The only reason he lost that one fight with him was because he got clinched so many times, and it was a UD.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just boxing.
Yeah,
Fucked up shit happens.
It can be boring sometimes.
But this Amir Khan versus Terrence Crawford situation, I mean, we all knew who was going to win, but we didn't know that Khan was going to bitch out the way that he did.
What was the first round?
Everyone
Six.
It happens. You get punched in the dick. You can
happened to me yesterday.
You come back. You actually have a good amount of time for you to just sit it out. And it's like, all right, I'm good. I can get back in there.
I don't know how long it is, but the UFC gives you like 5 minutes, so boxing's got to be close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have like 3 minutes per round, so altogether you have.
No, I mean just to recover from the nut shot.
Oh,
they give you time.
Yeah, they do. They give you actually a good amount of time in boxing. I think up to like 10 minutes or something.
That's nonsense. That's like 3 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
How big are your balls, bro?
Dude.
Put your cup on.
So, seriously, I mean...
Khan's not married.
But I mean, I have to say, Terrence Crawford has been graced with probably the best victory of his record right now.
Yeah, but it's boxing, so that's like... everyone's best win is, meh. I've heard of this guy at least.
Exactly.
Oh, no, but yeah, no, it's like... I think it's kind of why the sport's just dying out is because no one wants to fight each other. Like the UFC, they make everybody fight each other.
Yeah, it's true. It's the reason why you have so many people like who are on the top, but they've at least been defeated once.
Yeah.
They've at least been defeated once.
Multiple times usually.
Yeah.
The only guys who haven't been beaten are Khabib and John Jones. John Jones' one loss is a disqualification for some weird elbow shit. John Jones throws weird illegal shit.
Yeah, he does.
John Jones.
He gets away with a lot of shit that he really
shouldn't. Kneecap. He's a dirty fighter.
Actually, it's crazy because he gets away with so much shit that he shouldn't be able to get away with. In and outside of the fight.
But the one ref that disqualified him, he got so much shit. You don't want to be that guy. So no one else is going to disqualify. He almost got disqualified in the last fight against Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
He threw like a down knee or something like that. The ref took 2 points away. And Jones still won by like 3 rounds.
Yep.
He murdered that guy. But Anthony Smith was a journeyman. He really was a middleweight back in the day. He has like 13 losses on his record.
Yeah, he kind of was just the fill-in for the fight in and of itself.
We got John Jones. We're going to sell a pay-per-view. It's going to happen.
Exactly.
Now, the next fight, Thiago Santos, that guy, he's promising. He's not there yet. Or I don't know if he's ever going to be there. Just because John Jones is there. But the new up-and-coming guy, have you seen Johnny Walker?
No, I haven't.
The 6'5".
Drink?
No, it's a Brazilian guy. Surprisingly,
no, I've seen the drink.
Yeah, no, he's this 6'5" Brazilian guy who almost has arms as long as Jones. His last knockout was the most.
What's his wingspan?
It's long. Jones's reach is like 84. His reach is like 83. It's
right
there. It's right.
Yeah.
John has the longest arms in the UFC. But Johnny's 6'5". He's huge. I don't know how he makes it to freaking 205 pounds. The thought of cutting that much weight makes me want to kill myself. I'm just like, no, give me a burger, bro. I'm on that Jarrell Big Baby Miller diet. I want to eat what I want when I want. Just mix in some steroids in there and knock it out.
Yeah.
But Johnny Walker is just huge. He's a young up and coming guy, and they're already talking about him fighting him, but he needs a couple more fights first. But yeah, he just knocked out. It was a really good light heavyweight he fought, and he like 36 seconds or something like that. His last 2 fights have been like a combined minute and a half maybe, and he just I'm talking about 6'5" guy, dodge this way, makes you come, jumps in the air, flying knee. It's just like, ooh,
damn,
that's gonna be the fight.
Wait, what's his style? Is it Muay Thai?
The fights are not long enough to find out. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. It's so quick. His style is, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out, and it is very effective. Very effective.
I think he could be a good contender then. I think that's actually pretty good because, ever since the whole situation, with Conor McGregor not returning, and all this and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Conor's waiting on payday.
Yeah.
Payday.
Yeah,
Exactly. He hasn't had enough.
No.
And for Pete to still beat him again.
Habib will kill him. Habib's been my favorite fighter since UFC 205 back in 2016, and he is the most. It's interesting the way he grapples. He just does shit that other people can't
Well,
do.
the motherfucker wrestled a bear at 10 years old.
And you're talking about like he's from Kazakhstan, but I mean
Dagestan.
Wait, what?
Dagestan.
Dagestan. Was it?
They're Dagestanis, and Dagestan is crazy. Chael Sonnen was talking about this. It's a little tiny city in Russia that is just like, it's smaller than in Oregon where Chael Sonnen's from, and they have produced the most Olympic wrestling gold medalists in the world by far.
Oh,
it's just all there is. I don't think they can afford anything else, so they just rip each other apart.
Well, the thing is that I mean, his style has also been described as being involved in sambo, and there's not a lot of sambo fighters in UFC at the moment. That's something that's special, I think. That's kind of what gives him a cutting edge, because it's kind of like the MMA style, the traditional MMA style of the Russian SSR.
He's the best MMA wrestler in the world. It's not even close. Daniel Cormier is really good too, though. And they're teammates. That's the thing. It's weird. All these guys train at the American Kickboxing Academy. Not one of them fucking kickboxes. I haven't seen a head kick from any of them. Not a single one. They just want to drag you to the ground and ragdoll you. Luke Rocco is the closest one to a kickboxer, but even he, when he gets you on the ground, is fucking nasty. He's moving up 205 pounds because Cormier is a heavyweight now. That's interesting. Speaking of heavyweights, that's where John Jones needs to go.
Yeah.
I want to see John Jones versus Francis Ngannou more than anything.
Oh, really?
John Jones and Ngannou. Or let him fight Brock. But they're going to give DC that fight.
Yeah.
DC's such a good
I wouldn't
wrestler.
want to see a Brock fight.
I want to see Brock.
Is Brock going to stay clean?
He's doing it right now. He actually, if you watch WrestleMania 35, segue. He looked way smaller, like he's off the juice. The best one was they let him come over and fight Mark Hunt, juiced out of his mind. Did you see him at the weigh-ins? This guy's like 39 and just massive 6'3", 200. Had to cut down 265. He probably weighed 290.
Yeah.
And he just ragdolled Mark Hunt, who's also 260 pounds. And and then he just tested positive, and he's like, all right, I'm done.
Is that retired?
Well, he only has to be in the USADA testing pool, USADA, the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency. He has to be in their testing pool for 6 months clean before he can get a fight. He's been in the pool for a little while. They're looking at August. And the reason Conor retired, they wanted to do Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone. They wanted to be a co-main event.
Yeah.
And Conor was like, well, that's stupid. I kind of just broke.
He wants to be the star.
Well, no, I mean, he only just broke the pay-per-view record. I mean, 2.4 million buys. The previous record was 1.6. So, I mean, I kind of think he should be the main event. Well, Brendan Schaub was on Joe Rogan's podcast and said, whoever said Conor McGregor needs to be a co-main event deserves to have their mouths pissed in. And I thought that was dead on accurate.
I agree with that, honestly. I mean, Conor McGregor, I mean, the only problem with Conor McGregor, he's a great fighter. He's a great entertainer. He just gasses out really early.
Yeah, I mean,
God,
I mean, the other thing is, you can't beat Khabib. Nobody has.
No.
Khabib has, people don't realize, not only is Khabib undefeated, he has yet to lose a round in the UFC. Like that Al Iaquinta fight, and Al Iaquinta is pretty good. 50 to 45. 5 rounds to nothing. And people are like, oh, well, he couldn't put Al away. He won all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
And everyone he fights is like that. The Michael Johnson fight was brutal. He almost broke his arm with that Kimura. And he just got him on the ground. And as he beats the living shit out of you, he talks shit. He's like, you need to give up. I need to fight for the title. I deserve this. I deserve this. And he's just wailing on him. And the guy's just like, you can see when they fight him, they're just like, fuck. Mm-hmm. He did the same thing to Edson Barbosa. Great striker. But yeah.
All right. So, I mean, it's been interesting talk of the sports that have recap for the weekend. And definitely you guys want to stay tuned for anything on UFC or action sports. We'll keep you updated. And, I mean, before we go, do you guys have any interesting Easter stories?
Any interesting stories?
Yeah.
About what?
I mean, fucking the weekend of Easter, you guys have a good time?
I don't know. I mean, did you see any interesting movies? Anything?
Well, no, I mean, I watched Gone with the Wind. I sacrificed 4 hours of my life.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I've never seen it.
They had cameras back then?
I've never seen it. I sacrificed 4 hours of my life to watch it, and by the end of it, I was like, yeah, very long movie.
That happened. All right, cool.
Very long movie, and she deserved what she got. Fucking Scarlett.
I've never seen it.
Scarlett, she deserved what she got.
Don't know what we're talking
Red fucking would try to pull her out of all the poverty, try to help her out, and she said no at the end. But after watching the movie, the line of that movie I appreciate it more because it's like, frankly, there, I don't give a damn. And it's like, I loved it by the end of it because I was like, yes, because he sacrificed, he tried to do everything for her and then just ignored. Oh, you have money? Oh, now I'll marry you. I'll do this, but I still love somebody else. And at the end, she's like, oh, now I finally love you because I'm going to get rejected by this one guy. And yeah, frankly, there, I don't give a damn.
Congratulations. These hoes ain't loyal. Brought to you by Gone with the Wind.
Thank you, yes. So
They tried to tell us back then, people. We weren't listening.
And no, nobody did. 30s, 40s, they had so much more input. But yes, this is the end of episode 5.
Brought to you by Truly. It's not just for chicks.
It will get you drunk and you get refreshed and hydrated at the same
And you
time.
feel good. You
Yeah.
feel like you did something right.
Put that toxic masculinity away. Drink yourself a Truly.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so great. But yeah, we'll catch you guys next time when we get our next podcast published. And hope you guys stay tuned. Subscribe, rate, review, leave us
And leave a
comments.
comment
All
down
of it, all of
below.
it. Yeah.
Tell us what you thought. Give us
Please.
some feedback.
Yeah.
Talk to me, babe.
Yeah.
We need you.
And we'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.